We caught them inside the interface deleting videos one after the other, and they weren't able to get down Follow the Republic in that director's account. 2 million views. I want you, because that's basically part 2 to the Obama deception, and quite frankly is an even more powerful film, though this is the mega viral. I want you to get that video. I mean, here's the homework if you choose to take this mission. Search into the term over and over again, Obama deception censored. Search the term Infowars.com and search the term Fall of the Republic. Fall of the Republic. Because what happened is when we became the #1 trend Friday and Saturday, over 20 newspapers and blogs who write about whatever the top trend is, thinking they're going to get visitors, all wrote about it. And that panicked the system when it got 100,000 views in less than 24 hours. I understand these trends. It would have gotten 1 million in the next week, probably 2 million the next week. They know we hit the zeitgeist. They know we caused a chain reaction, and they went in and they shut this video down so you don't have access to it and so you don't have a right to see it. They're going to decide what you get to see. This is 21st century book burning. And then I've got stacks of news right here in front of me. I mean, here's one. Feds ignore due process. First Amendment shut down thousands of blogs. 73,000 blogs were shut down last week. No judge, no jury, no nothing. Vice President Biden and Intellectual Property Enforcement Coordinator Victoria Espinel gave an order, and they've got quotes here. The DMC takedown actions were a direct violation of the First Amendment under prior restraint. However, explains law professor Wendy Seltzer, because the DMC takedowns are privately administered through ISPs, they have not received constitutional scrutiny despite the high risk of error, Seltzer adds. So this is the White House now issuing 73,000 takedown orders this week, mainly of blogs critical of Barack Hussein Obama. You know me, I'm nonpartisan. Bush was a tyrant, but he was a puppet to the same corporate interest. But what's happened with Obama is he now has a 40% approval rating. He is dropping like a shooting star, and the system is panicking because their whole agenda of the government takeover of health care and the police state and all these new taxes, and he's in the news today admitting in federal court that his health care plan is a tax on everybody and that you don't get free health care. You got scammed, folks. And they know they're in trouble, and they're panicking. They're going to lose the House and probably the Senate. But Biden's on the news today saying, oh, don't worry, we're still going to win. Well, what, your electronic voting machines are going to save you? They are in panic mode right now. And you better use the internet while you still can, because I've got the FCC. I've got the Federal Trade Commission. I've got no fewer than 6 White House czars saying they want to shut down political dissent, and they specifically list Alex Jones, Ron Paul. They specifically mention Lord Monckton, people that criticize man-made global warming and say it's a fraud and nothing but a tax. They are desperate. They are scallywag crooks. They know that we are on to them, and they're scared. I want to take your call specifically on the Obama deception and the attack on the internet that's openly being announced. 888-201-2244, 888-201-2244 on this live Sunday edition, 888-201-2244. We'll take a bunch of calls at the bottom of the next hour. I'm going to go through a bunch of other news on the economy, you name it, the oil spill. I only get one day off a week, and that's Saturdays. And I was with my children. We were fishing. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I got the call that the Obama deception had been hacked and taken down off YouTube. The main video that had 6.5 million views. And I got in my car and I drove in and we shot the video and wrote the articles that are now up on the sites. And why did I do that? Because looking at my children, they have no future if we don't stop this tyranny. Every other nation has lived under bondage and under criminals and tyrants. This isn't a joke. Do you know the hell our ancestors went through? Do you know how hard societies have been? Do you know about the mass murder that's gone on in hundreds of other nations in the last 200 years? If you want to find out and get an image of what tyranny looks like, go watch the movie with Viggo Mortensen, The Road. Few films have shook me up like that one did, and I actually had nightmares over it because I've studied so much history that I understand that's actually what happens many times in societies. And I understand how real this tyranny is, how wicked, how bona fide. This isn't some boss hog corruption we're facing that's cute and funny. This is hardcore. And I'm not going to put up with it. I have seen that when we take action and stand up against evil, we can have victory. And I have seen the system do everything they can from keeping the truth from getting out to you. This country is going into a depression. The big offshore banks, we have their internal memos from the IMF and World Bank that were released in 2002, plan to bankrupt this country and others to bring us under full government collectivism and control. I will not be a domesticated animal. I will not go into bondage quietly. We can defeat these people. We're better than them. But we've got to take action and get focused and angry. I am begging everyone, in case they have banned the search term, the Obama deception, because we notice it's not even anywhere in the trends now, and it's always in the top 20 or 30 or so, and it was #1 earlier this week, or late last week. We have all the screenshots of that up on my websites. I am begging all of you to go find links to the video while it's still up there on other sites and other versions, and to send it out to everyone you know and say, Big Brother doesn't want you to see this. This is being censored. This is being removed from the web. Find out why. And when you see it, it's not even about Obama. It's about how he's a puppet and what the globalists are doing and what the globalist master plan is from their own quotes, their own documents. The system is scared of this because they're about to bring us into a depression. They're openly on the news talking about shutting the web down to, quote, protect it. They're openly talking about taxing alternative media and talk radio. It's now not a rumor. They're really trying to push it because they're thugs. You didn't think they'd pass government socialist health care. You didn't think they continue torture. You didn't think they'd do all the things they're doing, but they're doing it. It's really happening. And there's all these cowards and domesticated sheep that say you're not supposed to get upset about liberty. You're not supposed to get upset about freedom. They sell you this idea of being passive and going quietly into the night. Well, I'm not going to do that. I've read the words of Alexander Solzhenitsyn. In fact, pull that quote up for me for later. It's, oh, how we burned in the camps, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, that'll bring it up. Oh, how we burned in the camps, the concentration camps later, wishing we'd have stood up to the NKVD in Russia. Well, I'm not going to be like the German people that go along with tyranny. I'm not going to be like the poor Russian people. I'm not going to be like the people in Cuba or communist China. I'm an American. I'm red-blooded. My ancestors defeated the greatest empire in history, the British Empire, fighting them at least 10-1. Your ancestors defeated the greatest empire that no one could defeat. Not the French, not the Spanish, no one, not the Dutch. We are together in history, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the second American Revolution against the globalist takeover. And we are going to fight it with the info war and try to fix things peaceably. But #1, we've got to get the word out now about what's happening. The mainstream media is now admitting we're going into a depression. And let me tell you, the low-tech way. At the University of Phoenix, more than 30,000 copies of this were handed out in the last year. They shot YouTube videos of it happening and made the newspaper. Other universities, thousands of copies were handed out. Don't let them stop you. Go low-tech. Send out all the free links to it online, but also buy the high-quality DVD with the expanded extras and make copies of this. I mean, making 100 copies of this might cost you $50. And give it out to everybody you know. Air it on Access Television. Show it to your local church. Tell everybody you know the system doesn't want you to see the Obama deception. Now, this is the most viral film I've ever released. But this was part 2. Fall of the Republic. The presidency of Barack H. Obama. This came out 9 months ago. 10 months ago. This film is even more powerful. And it's 2 hours, 24 minutes. This is a little less than 2 hours. This film, Fall of the Republic, is even more powerful than the Obama deception. It hasn't been as viral. It's only been seen about 12 million times for free online. Only 12 million. This film needs to be seen, and it's still up on YouTube. You can still search engine Fall of the Republic. And so you're unstoppable if you take action. We can beat these people. They are scum. They are filth. They count on you feeling powerless and weak. They count on you not taking action. They count on you thinking you've got to save the world by yourself. No, you've just got to move forward and get the word out and say no, no, no. Here's a microcosm. Last week I showed the Arizona Republic. In fact, guys, it's in my stacks. Try to dig it out. I highlighted it. It'll be the Arizona Republic with me highlighting stuff. And it said that of millions of photo, red light, highway speed cameras, that only a few hundred people paid the tickets. Arizona's, they're wearing guns out in the open. They're saying no to tyranny. The police are getting on the people's sides. I've had a bunch of their sheriffs on, as you know. They are saying no. They are speaking out against the treason. And they just removed all the cameras in Arizona. The people said, we're not doing it anymore. We're not going along with this. We're done, bloodsuckers. You want to arrest over 1 million illegal aliens a year coming through Arizona, burning down farms and ranches, killing people, killing cops. We're not going along with this anymore. We know this is just to raise revenue. The articles in the news said the people wouldn't pay it. They can't arrest all of us. It's over. It's over. We're done. We're done rolling over. We're done giving in. I've got a deal right now. On Infowars.com, when you click on both the shopping carts, we've got 2 different shopping carts, whatever your choice is, where you can get 4 films for $19.95. I don't even make money on that because I put a free Pocket Constitution in every order. Okay, with the cost of the film and everything else, that comes out to less than $5 per film. If you get 10 films, it's $39.95. That's at $4 a piece. This is a high-quality DVD, beautiful cover, all the information on the back. You give your friends and family this, they'll watch it. This looks as good as any Hollywood cover.